Hey guys, this is Aaron from Tellus.sports, and here I'm brought back Shmuley Kagan, basketball knower, ball knowledger, and yeah. So we're gonna do a second round Eastern Conference prediction, and then we're gonna go over. Well, first we're gonna go over the first round for the Eastern Conference, and yeah, take it away, Shmuley.
So, if you watched our previous video, some of our takes, mine especially, were wildly wrong. So, this is my chance to redeem myself here. First, let's go through series by series how they went so far. So, we started off in the East. We had the one seed Cavs playing against the eight seeded Heat. First of all,
10 seeded.
10 seeded, technically eight, but we'll go with 10. I like it. 10 seeded Heat, they beat Atlanta like I said that they would, and then demolished. Absolute demolishment. Tyler Hero said we can't go out in four. They went out in four. Tyler Hero is just not enough for this team to make a strong push. Cavs showed them the lights weren't too bright this year, and they actually knew what they were doing, and they looked like a good basketball team. Like they were able to win with anyone in their path. They won the fourth game of the series. They won. They were up like 50. I think there was a at one point the score was 70-25 in like the third quarter or even the second. It was brutal, brutal as a Heat fan to watch that. I would be sure about that. We can continue with the Pacers and Bucks. That Bucks for my finals pick. I honestly, I was shocked. I was very shocked. I did not think that a team led by Giannis and Dame would play as poorly as they did, and it really goes to show that two superstars are just not enough. You can't just rely on two superstars in this league anymore. In a league filled with so much talent, you need to be able to stack your roster, and the Bucks just didn't have it. They're poorly coached. They're not a great team. Like, I don't know. There's some big changes that need to happen for the Bucks next year. Especially Dame out with a torn Achilles. We don't know when he's gonna be coming back. Giannis is looking like he might be on the last little bit of his time in Milwaukee. Who knows? I mean, there's trade rumors circling. Like it's a scary time to be a Bucks fan, especially no first round picks for the next few years. So it's if you're a Bucks fan, you're wondering where do we go from this? And the Pacers continue to show Tyrese Halliburton's not overrated. He's an elite player, an elite scorer, passer. He's a great player, and he took them past this series. The supporting cast just they know what to do. They're a deep rotation. They have the team. They could do it. But it's going to be a very interesting next round series. On to Knicks Pistons. I felt that the Pistons could have won this series.
My New York team. That's my team. My
Then
team.
again, though, then again, I mean, look, Pistons were the surprise team of the NBA this year. Up their win total, they almost tripled. I think it was they got close. The Pistons were one of the surprise teams with making some adjustments in the offseason and making a playoff push after being one of the worst teams in NBA history last year. And so now to see where they're at, it's incredible. And as a Pistons fan, you can't be discouraged by this. It's year one of making the playoffs, and it shows that this team is determined with many good players. Kate Cunningham is incredible. Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Jalen Duren, they're a great deep team that could be good for a while. And I would
Yeah,
not
they'll
be
be
worried
back.
if I was a Pistons fan. They're going to be back, no
They'll
question.
be back.
Easily. And then last series of the first round. We had Boston and Orlando. Boston or Orlando. Boston took care of business. It's simple. They dropped one game to Orlando. Orlando's a great defensive team. Like, okay, it's
Also, I don't
Orlando's
think Tatum
no
was playing that game.
Tatum.
I don't know if he
It was
played that game.
either I think he didn't play. I think he played that game, but he didn't play the next game. But
Hmm.
regardless, they were hurt that series. They lost Tatum one of the games. 3 games they didn't have Drew Holiday. They still took care of business pretty easily. Like the Magic are not really a team to be scared of, and it's also a bit of a curious where do the Magic go from here? They have Paulo, they have Franz Wagner. Where do they take this? They need to surround themselves with a little more talent. They have a good young core, but how far can they go from there?
Mhm.
Um, and that brings us to the second round. The second round so far, we see the Cavaliers are playing against the four-seeded Pacers, and the three-seeded Knicks are playing against the two-seeded Celtics. So start with the Cavs. Aaron, what's your thoughts for the Cavs?
Yeah, I think no, I think, I see the Cavs going to the finals. Um, but I think this is going to be a lot closer than the round one matchup. I don't think the Cavs are sweeping, but I do see the Cavs winning in six. I just think they're too what's the word? Too star powered to lose this series. I like their coach and I like their depth. Their depth showed up a lot. And you know, Darius Garland, love him. He's probably my favorite player on that team. Um, Donovan Mitchell just taking over a series, and Evan Mobley, just defensive defense. He's him. He's him on defense. So yeah, I think I have the Cavs in six. And yeah, what about you, Shmuley?
I think I'm gonna have to agree. I think Cavs in six sounds very realistic. I think that the Pacers are a very good team. They do have the ability to steal one or two games from this Cavs team. I do think that they might both be the home games, but at the same time, I really don't see Cleveland losing this series. Cleveland proved me wrong in the first round. I mean, I did think that they were going to be good. I did not think that they were going to be this good. They they were toying with them. It was too easy for Cleveland. They're such a deep team, so well coached. They're an incredible team. It's anyone could do it. They have Darius Garland. They got Jared Allen. They got Evan Mobley. They're just a very, very good team. Their defensive presence, their lockdown team. I don't see the Pacers coming away with this game, with this series. I think that Cleveland should take care of business relatively easily in five or six games. And we move on to the next game, which the next series, which I think is the more interesting matchup of the second round, is going to be the Knicks against the Boston Celtics. Aaron, you have some thoughts about this one, do you?
This is my New York Knicks team. My team. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I hate New York. But I love this Knicks team. I love Cat. I love Bridges. I love Brunson. I love Hart. I love these. I love everyone. I'm a big lover boy. I'm a lover boy. But I don't see the Knicks winning the series. I just think Boston is too heavy on the star power. And like I said with the Cavs, their depth is just tremendous. Um, everywhere from your starting five to your 10th man. Like this team is just so deep. Um, and that's why everyone thought like it's gonna be Cavs versus Boston in the Western Eastern Conference Finals. Um, but the Knicks are still a very good team. Um, but it all depends on how they use their minutes. Because if they play 40, 45 minutes a game, their starters, then it could be very, very detrimental to them. Um, but with that being said, I do have Boston in seven. I like this Knicks team,
Wow.
but I just think Boston is better.
Wow. Wow, wow, that's ambitious. I like it. I'm not in the same boat as you there. I don't think that
Ah,
the Knicks could take
shucks.
it to seven. From this Knicks team, we saw the Knicks played great first round. However, they did struggle. They struggled a lot, and they weren't the obvious best team in this series. It was a very close, competitive series. Every game was very close in score. There wasn't very like a crazy blowout to really look at and be like, all right, this Knicks team is way better than this Pistons team, who was the sixth seed. They're supposed to be the three seed. Like it didn't show that they were really that great of a team that they wanted to fight, and they had that. Knicks have the better players. They have Towns, they have Brunson, they have all these players. And Mikal Bridges, is it enough though? Like, do they know what they're doing enough to do it? It's you look back into the regular season again, they didn't beat a team above them. They can't do it. They're like I think they were 0 for 4 against the Celtics this season. I don't see, or 0 for 3 something. It wasn't
It's
good.
about to be 3 for 7, all right? It's about to be 3 for 7.
All
Three for
right.
seven.
I mean, look, I don't see anyone, especially this Knicks team, taking on the Celtics and winning. I really don't. I think that the Celtics really proved themselves again that they're the team to beat this year. If I think the championship will run through Boston this year, and that's what we're gonna be seeing. I think that the Celtics take care of business relatively easily again in this round. I think Celtics in 4 or 5. I don't see the Knicks even
Whoa,
stealing one. I don't.
dude.
I don't think it's possible. Sure, this Knicks team is great, but they're just not. They're not. There's great, and then there's Boston. Cavs are here. Boston's
Ha,
here. Knicks
but
are here. Like
There's Boston, and then the Knicks.
that gap is so much bigger than you want it to be, though. That's the thing. They're not at the same level. They're not two
Nah,
teams that are going to compete the same way. That's the thing.
I'm not actually a New York stan. I don't like New York. Hate's a strong word. I don't like New York, but I like the players on New York. All right, New York just really boils my blood. Uh, through hockey, through baseball, just everywhere. But I love the players. All right, that's
Players are very
you could
likable.
separate the players from the fans. You know, it's really the fans that really bother me. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Uh, this is going to run through either Cleveland or Boston or OKC. Shout out Shea. Um, and yeah, I think Boston's winning the series. Um, 6 or 7, in my opinion. But I do like the next team. Um, I just don't think they're uh, ready or will ever be ready to take that final step and get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Understandable. And if all goes right in this series, and we could be getting the matchup of the entire playoffs in the Eastern Conference Finals with the Cavaliers and the Celtics, which is the matchup everyone wants to see. How prepared is Cleveland for Boston? And is Boston just going to run through them again? Like it's going to be a great series. Eastern Conference is so far shaping up to be great so far, and we're looking forward to continuing it.
For sure. Thank you guys for listening. We will be back to do the Western Conference round one recap and then running it back with the round two predictions. So make sure to keep an eye out on that. I want to thank Shmuley again for joining us. Love having him here. Certified ball knower besides the Milwaukee Bucks. Um, but other than that, you know, love having him here. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to watch our other videos. Um, at Tellus.sports and make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you and have a tremendous day.